This is part of the Ultimate WordPress website tutorial. The full tutorial can be found in the description below. Okay, let's get started. Okay guys, so now that we've gone through the basics of editing things around, what I want to now show you is how we can go through and edit this and, completely make it your own, and how we can speed this up to, because again, the timeless principles are there, but we want to go through now and, make it so that it's applied for your business. Now, right now, this is for it's become men's health coaching, but it was for a holistic health coach at the moment. But I'm going to show you very easy method that we can completely transform this for any business. So let's just, for example, let's say you were starting a physiotherapy business. Now, that's very different to a coaching business, but it still follows the same, can still use the same timeless principles. So let's go through and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to be using what I call is the ChatGPT screenshot method. So a lot of people, just don't realize the power of ChatGPT yet. They sleep on how powerful it actually is. And it really is, a lot of the time, I always say to people, ChatGPT just really reflects back to it your own understanding of things and your ability to ask the right questions. Some people say, oh, it's not that good. It doesn't really help me that much, but that's because they don't know how to ask it questions or how to combine things and everything like that. But that's what I want to show you guys how to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to actually take screenshots of each of the sections of this website, and we're going to go through to ChatGPT. We're going to upload those images and we're going to ask it to replicate, look at all the copy on the structure on the website and ask it, can it recreate those sections for this mock physiotherapy business? Now, this could be whatever your business is. I'm also going to have in the free download document below, it's going to have, prompts you can use, examples of how to chat to ChatGPT well, and a bit more explanation of this screenshot method if you need it. But for now, let's just go into how we actually go about it. So what I want you to do is press this hide panel button. So that's going to reveal to us and show us what the website looks like, pretty much what it looks like when it's live. Okay. So again, we haven't added in any images or anything yet, but we're worrying about the copy right now. So we said we're going to make this for a mock physiotherapy business following this structure here. So what I'm going to do, firstly, I'm going to hit print screen, and then I'm going to copy this entire section here. Okay, so now this is where the magic happens. So we're going to take that screenshot and we're going to just simply hit Control V. We don't need to do anything else. Control V, there's our first image. Now we want to keep going through. So this is our next section. So we're going to do this section here. So I just press print screen again. That's going to be section 2. I'm just going to get Control V again. And I don't know what you're talking about here. Leave me alone. And then coming down here, we've got our next section. Now you want to make sure that the most important thing is that it can see the full image there. So I'm just actually doing, so if you hold Control and then your little scroller on your mouse pad, you'll be able to zoom it out further. And that's just giving me the ability to screenshot that. So we're going to go through there, put that there. Now also, okay, so there's that section done. Now we're going through the next part. This one's here. We're going to copy that, put that in there. And then testimonials, we can leave that because you might not have real testimonials. This is obviously where you'd put in your real testimonials. Then the next one here, our services. So we're going to do that. This is obviously be your services. Go through that section there, put that one in. And then how we'll work together. Let's get this one. Yeah, will that fit? I might zoom out a little bit more. Cool. So screenshot it again. And we're going to put that there. And then we're going here, a little about me. So this is going to be a little bit about this guy. This would be you, or a little bit about the business, whatever you want to have here. Okay. And then there. and then I'm going to do one last section here. And we're going to copy that there. And then we're going to put those. Okay, so that's our website all in there. So ChatGPT has the ability to read images. So it's just going to read those images. It's going to find the text. And then if I give it the right question, the right prompt, it's going to know to recreate the entire thing. Now, I'm showing you this method because it's absolutely amazing. And it means you can go through and replicate designs super quickly. This is exactly what I do too. I'll find a template and then I like the structure, but I really don't like the copy. And then I'll go through and screenshot the entire thing. And then I say to it, can you recreate this now for this business here? And then it recreates the copy and then I go and finalize it. There's another option is in the free download below. I've also got just this entire copy ready to go, just to copy and paste. So you could copy and paste the copy of the website that I've got here. And then you could paste it in here. And then you would just say, can you replicate this for my physiotherapy business, da, 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 da. That's the other workaround. But I'm showing you this screenshot method because it's absolutely amazing. And, you know, it might help you to think outside the box for future use of ChatGPT. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to say to it, can you please read these screenshots of a template of this template and copy and recreate it for a physiotherapy business, ensuring that you let me know what each section is that has been changed, as well as adjust the about me to be more broad and about the physiotherapy center. Now that's an optional part there because if it was about you, you could leave it. You just have to start thinking outside the box. I'll have some prompts ready for you that you can adjust and that'll be even better than what I'm showing you live here. But this is giving you an idea of how to think and structure things to talk to ChatGPT. So, and then I'm going to end up by saying the physiotherapy center. So this would be your business name is called the physiotherapy center is called Physio Oz. Yeah, I don't know. That's all we're going to call it. Okay. So, yeah, we've got that. Physiotherapy center is called Physio Oz. Awesome. So that's probably good. Can you please read these screenshots of this template and copy and recreate it for a physiotherapy business, ensuring that you let me know what each section is that has been changed, as well as adjust the about me to be broad and about the physiotherapy center. Physiotherapy center is called Physio Oz. Awesome. Okay, so then all you're going to do is just hit send that through. Okay, so here's what it said. Absolutely. I've read through the screen occur, recreate the structure and a copy of the physiotherapy called Physio Oz while clearly labeling each section. Da 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 da. Awesome. So here we go. So that section up there becomes physiotherapy clinic. Okay, yeah, cool. So the badge, eyebrow, awesome. So here we go. So physiotherapy, rehabilitation, headline, move better, feel stronger, live without pain. Awesome. Now, remembering, I've also given it already, so it's looking at the copy that's already written there that I've already ensured is good copy, and then it's just recreating, following those principles, and remade it for this business or whatever your business is. So now I've got the sub headline, and then we've got, primary book at an appointment here. And then we've got the philosophy and approach. cool. Awesome. So that's philosophy and approach section. Yeah, cool. Okay, so it's clearly showing what everything's become, how we support you, feature cards. Cool. Awesome. Look at that. Personalized treatment plans, route. Awesome. It's exactly said what to do for each card for it. This is amazing. So then outcomes and benefits. So, checklist. So that was that one there. And then services breakdown. So what do we call it? General physiotherapy, sports. Look at this. It's just absolutely amazing. And then how it works. And then so a breakdown of how it works. And then about us. So a small thing here. So a little about Physio Oz and Physio. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely amazing. And then it's made up some stats for us. And then it's made up even our FAQs that we can use. So absolutely amazing. Now, all we need to do now, like that would honestly have taken me back when I used to copyright before ChatGPT existed and I had to be a copywriter as well as a web designer and I had to write all the copy for people and I used to do things. This would literally take me at least a week to figure all this out and do it well and sometimes longer, especially once I take in making sure that it flows well, the design, the copy. And now we've done this in minutes. So yeah, very lucky to be living in this time and with ChatGPT, especially when you know how to use it. And hopefully I'm showing you ways that you've never seen or thought of using at least before. So, because I'm very big on delivering as much value as I can whenever I make videos, whenever I make content. So let's now go through and all we need to do is literally just go through and copy and paste this through. So I'm not going to, for the sake of time, I'm not going to go through every single section, but I'm going to show you a few sections just so you get an idea of how to do it. So let's go. So I said the badge eyebrow. So all we need to do is here, Control C, and then we go back up to our top and we're going to go change this back to 100%. And we're going to make sure we bring this back on by pressing that. I'm going to change this. So to double click on there, content here, bam, there's that done already. Then we want to change this. Yep, cool. So we just do that. Bam. Now, this one here is, so if that ever happens, you're better off to just delete that and then paste it fresh like that. And look at that, works fine. Next one, copy. And we're going to put that in there and paste it in there as well. Awesome. So there's that coming. And now what do we have for that? Book an appointment, copy. Here. Let's go back to content, put that there. Then you would obviously just put in whatever your appointment booking link is. You just put that in there. And then we're going to change this. So a simpler, more sustainable thing. So philosophy approach to the sustainable approach to health. Yeah, cool. So we're going to change that to a clear, practical approach to physiotherapy. Awesome. Next one. Copy that. Put that in there. Look at this, guys. We are blazing through it. So next one. So let's go through this section here. Now this will take a bit of time to show. So I'm not going to show you all of it. I'll just show you like a few. So we're going here. So we're going here and how we help. How we help. Cool. And then let's just show you one example. So we go through and we change this card. Put there like that. This one here. You put that there. Look at this. Amazing. So already we've got that section. Then obviously you just go back here and you do each of the cards that it's put together for us. And you go through and do that. And then we had the dot points here. So let's just quickly change a few of that. We're just the headline and one of them. So this is the benefits section. So we just copy and paste that. And we change this like that. And then we'd go through and change each of these. So I'll just show you one. So you'd copy one at a time. It's not going to take very long, but we go through and we would change that one at a time like that. But still, literally a few seconds for each one. But for save time, I'm not going to show you. Oh, this is just pointless to me to have to show you every single one. So you get that, and then for editing our testimonials, very easy. So all we do is just go to testimonial. We click Sarah M as our first one, and then all we need to do is change this here. So we could just change it to James T, and then we would just change whatever they were. So this could be, we're just going to leave that as a busy example, busy mum and business owner. And then you'll just copy and paste in whatever your review is there, your testimonial. So, yeah, obviously I know that you guys are going to be making up fake testimonials. That is not ever going to work out or be a good idea. So if you don't have testimonials, just leave this section for now. You can simply hit X on it like that, and then you can delete it and not have it for now. No point making fake testimonials. It always come back to bite you. I cannot stand people making fake testimonials and things like that. I don't care if you can make AI write it. Don't use AI in those ways. Use AI for, amplifying things, not lying and trickery or anything like that. Okay. So just a little bit of a heads up with that one. Okay, so then we've got the services section here. So I'll just show you again one section. So we've just got services. So physiotherapy services of Physio Oz. Let's change that. Awesome. And that's just show you how to change one. So general physiotherapy, copy that. And we just change that to general physiotherapy. Because it's a bit longer, I might actually center that. That looks way nicer like that one. And then copy that. And go back. Click that again. Content. Put it in there. Get the picture. Okay. So again, if you just want to center these, you just go style, center. So they look better when it's longer like that, to be honest. Okay. So that is all that done. And then you're starting to get it. So I'm not going to show you this, but you would just go back and you would go the process, get the title, and then you would put in each of those ones. And then let's just quickly show you the about section. So let's go copy there, and we go to a little bit. So we'll change this obviously to about Physio Oz. Like that. And then a little bit about Physio Oz here. And then this section here. We'll just copy that. So best to press Control A here and then delete and then put it over the top of it. Just works better, I've found. And our stats, let's use that. So if you want to change your stats, you just go to content and then we change the prefix. So we don't want that actually. So we want to change this to 1,000 plus and then just change it to patients. I don't like the term patients, clients. Okay, and then 100%, yeah, you can change it to what other stat did they have? Trusted local physiotherapy care. New 100% trusted. I'm just giving you an example. Something like that. Okay, and then our FAQ section, I'll quickly show you how you just change one FAQ. So look at this, it's already written now FAQs for your business. So all I need to do is just copy that and just click on here and you got your layout and then you just click the title and then hit Control V and then you go back and you get this, Control C and put that in there. Okay, so I'm going to delete it first, exactly why I said to, and then you put it in there. Okay, so you get it now. You understand how to go through and edit this and how amazing it is that you're able to easily go through and completely regenerate this for another business. So again, I'm going to have prompts in the free downloadable pack, or you can follow along, and just write similar to what I wrote with all the screenshots and go through. It's going to be completely up to you. But as you can see, this is literally saved hours and hours, if not days of work, trying to figure all this out. And you've actually got a good structure and good copy now. Absolutely amazing. And this is how you just take things to another level and do things properly. Not just, here's how to build a WordPress website. Here's how to throw together a little cheap little free template and, just hope that that's going to somehow work for you. Okay, so that is our copy now done for our website. Okay, so now I'll show you how we can go through and change the coloring of this. So just say that we've got this guy here, let's make up he's the physiotherapist. He's wearing his blue shirt. That's his color for business. So I'm going to click this one here and we're going to change the color here to a bluish color. Let's go maybe a blue like that. So see, we can make this a full spectrum color. That's actually not too bad. Might go like that blue there, but then obviously we can't see the writing. So we need to change the text color to white, and there we go. So we've got that now. So that's a good, look at that. That already looks, more custom. So what I recommend now doing once you find that color, just Control C that, and you can go through and you can change your appointment button. You could change this. So we click that. I'm going to change that text color again to white, and the text color of this to white as well. Cool. So we're coming along. And then obviously I'm going to show you one more, and you change the color, and then change the color to white. You get the picture. Okay, actually, I'll show you one more. So then these little buttons here, just say you wanted to change them as well. So you go to icon, then you change icon color, and we just Control V that one again, and then we go through and do that for each of them. You click that, style, icon, color, go through. Okay, so now you can see that's starting to become, nice and clear, nice and on brand. And you can do that for the whole thing. You can go through and edit it and make it your own. Okay, so look at that. It's already becoming really nice, professional looking website. And, what's happening? Oh, it's to put my Control V. I just noticed that. You guys probably noticed it ages ago. Let's change that. But let's now go through. That's a bit of funny. There you go, that's better. So that is now done. So we're going to go through and so obviously you just go through and put in your images here. Now I'm going to quickly show you, if you don't have images yet, this is where if you signed up for Envato, which if you're doing this, you obviously have signed up for Envato. So I'm just going to show you why Envato is so powerful, because let's just say you didn't have any photos for physio yet, or whatever your business is in a needed some. So let's just go to Envato Elements. And let's go to thousands of photos. And let's just go to photos. And then let's going to type in physiotherapy. And just say you wanted to use, what's a good one? This one here, maybe that way. It looks a bit clinical. It doesn't really look like a physiotherapist. This one here, this is a good one. So let's just say, you wanted to use this image here. You can just simply hit download here, and you just select whatever it's for, license and download. And now you've got a super high quality one that you usually have to pay for, and see it is a paid one. And then it's 12 megabytes. So that's a little silly. So what I'm going to show you, this is, a little bit of value again for you. So ideally you do not want to upload a 12 megabyte image. You'd actually want to change that. So I'll show you what you can do. So let's just go JPEG file size reducer and compress here. And then we're going to get that. We're going to drag it in here and let it do its magic. Okay, so reduce it by 88%, and it's gone all the way down to 1.4 versus 12, which is awesome. Ideally, you want to go even lower than that. Not all images are going to be that big, but it's still okay in most cases, as long as you're not having a heap of really big files. Yeah, so I'll just show you how we can put that in now. So we just go here, choose image, and then if we go here, drag that there, and that's going to upload, and we've got that. Look at that. Awesome. So now let's see what that looks like on full, like that. Yeah, cool. So look at that. It depends on the image size that you put in, but that still looks really good like that. You could also put a portrait version one, which would display a little long ways like that, but that still honestly looks really neat and tidy. Okay, so that is essentially, you've likely got now a good understanding of going through and editing. Okay, cool. So you've now got the copy done. If you're following along to this point, you will have gone through and put all the copy in from using ChatGPT. So you will have made it your own. I'm just scrolling through now what we've got to. As you can see, we've completely changed this design from what it was for the health coach one. Originally, this is what it looked like. So it was built out for a health coach. And then we've been able to go through and using ChatGPT, we've now edited it for a physiotherapist. And whatever your business is, you will have been able to go through and edit that. And hopefully now you're seeing just how amazing this is, and how easy it is once you know what you're doing to really edit it and make it your own.